until the end. Now, from that part, we have discovered how we remove a part. There is also part of adding text in a video. Now, for example, this very page, I will need to add something on the background page. I can minimize this. And I position it maybe there. Down here, I want to add some text. What is Tools doing for us? I will just say, we'll be picking a photo here. Now, we have the text is going to be there, but I don't want it to come at the same time with the image. I want the image first, then later on the text. Now, we have already acted on this image. The image is now free. Now we are acting on the background. Now on this background, I will split it from a certain point, whereby I will time that by the time the image is done, I will be now bringing in the text. What I will do, I will try to push this up to somewhere there, and I split the background now, not the image. So here, if I split, now that this one contains the image both at the beginning and at the end. But the text I want it to be in this second portion, assuming that the image has now entered, though it is still continuing, but it is still on the same page. So, on this second section of the logo, after clicking, I told you once you click and this one is active, whatever you drop here becomes part of that active section. So what I will do, I will drag a text and I drop it there on that part. And you will realize that it is only in this section and not in this. I will try to add something like a text. Then I say presents as the text. Meaning Chukusa is presenting to us something. And I can increase this font size. Then I will place it there. Now, here I will now act on the text alone, not the background again, to animate it. Because I want it to also have some sense of animation. So I will select the text and I go to Effects, not effects, animating. Focus on it. If it is not seen, you can click on more because now it has got more controls. Why is it doing that? A text has got many formatting tools. Now when we added it, it brought this one of font size, it brought font coloring, the bold, the italics, and it forced the other ones to push towards the left. Meaning the other formatting tools were overflowing. And by so, Canva gives us a control button for more. So, if I right click, I will get back my animate button below. So here I will click on it and they will bring for me the animate formats. Whereby we have this, I have this one, I have this. Now these ones are for both entry and words, but I want first of all animate. I will animate that alone. And I want it on entry only. And after that, I will try to play and see if it is balancing. If it is not, then the break was made from that point when the image was still transitioning in. So I will try to play. Sorry, okay. From here we come and start. We bring. It is too long. So what I will do, I will remove this and exit it out. Then I remain with only this. Now under this, the image is not animated. Here is there, yes. It is too long. Now what I will do, let me remove this and I animate both now on the other page. Because timing it is a key, and because of time, I may not be able to time it properly. Just I want us to see how to interact with them. But after this, you can go back and try to time it by yourself. See that how long does this image take to transition in. Then you break from that very point. So for this case, I will now animate the image too, which is already animated. And if I play it from there, from the beginning, you will see that the transition that Shukusa presents. And what is it presenting now? That is what we are in. And I'm now in this part of the video, this active one. So in this part, the active one, I will make sure that I now put some eye-catching text that introduces what we are presenting. So we are presenting the Shukusa session that was made some times back. Here you also add just a text and write on it. Since it is this part that is active, the text only enters in this. And here we are presenting, it was a digital marketing session. Digital marketing session. Then here you interact with colors and some other designs in your content. Like for here, that is the size. Now here you will first in the coloring and so on, because we did it earlier or before. I will be looking for some colors that are sensitive and shouting colors that can overpower the background. I think that one is somehow not very. But for the purposes of learning, I will just add that. So Shukusa is presenting to us that. And how will this come? You can also animate it, whereby we have worked on that, and I will just animate the text. So let me start from the beginning and see that is how that video will be, which is there and jumps to that. Now, here I'm now almost clearing. Here we have a part. Now in this whole part, we want as the video plays. I think if you have been watching some presentations, there is that title back down. What is showing, maybe the session is live, what is it talking about, some pop up as they disappear and come back. We can add also that in this section now, whereby for that we shall use a shape first to add that. And that shape, I will pick a shape here. Under elements, I want shapes. And I will bring a square and drop it there. Then try to adjust it to fit the background, the position I want it in. Take this too small. Now things of coloring we interacted with before, I will just be adding. Now, as you do that, I talked about primary colors, either of the organization or of the company, of the content that you are working on. Now, since we are dealing with Shukusa, our primary colors, we have orange and we have that. This is somehow like blue. Those are our primary colors. Now, I can place that there, add the logo, on the side of that, which is under uploads, and I want Shubsha logo. And size it well. Then I place it here. Now to make it visual, because here it is not that seen clearly, I will use something in sorts of a background also, which is a shape, because here we are lacking a background for that. So I will add a shape and make sure that the shape is at the back of that logo. If you recall, we used to get it here and so, and it is in position. When you come to position, you click on layers and they will show you the layers. And this shape, I want it behind this, so I will drop it there. And the other one will come on top. Let me first see. Here I will need a white color for that to make our text see. And I will adjust this one here to make sure everything is clearly seen. And this can be of this size. Then where it is showing something. Now from there, is our session live or something of the sort? If it is live, we have here our elements still, and you can search for those images because they already exist if you have not downloaded before. So I can just type here the word live and search, and they will give me different images of live, whereby some of them are premium features and some of them are free of charge. But for now, there are categories of lives I want for YouTube below here. So if it is for YouTube, you choose the one which is free and use it. Unfortunately, among all that they brought, I will test graphics because I was on all. And on graphics, luckily I am able to get one free one. How do I know that it is not free? It's premium. The free one is here because it lacks the other premium feature. And after dropping it, I can adjust and place it somewhere. We can tell them that this session was live recorded, and I place it somewhere there. Now, this session was live, but we also had lights during the time we recorded it. You can still search for elements, still underlined here. I have an element, but unfortunately here it is also a premium feature. And there is one that was free, so I couldn't access my account. But when you are using a login here on an application or a software, if you are on the other one of login, you just log in with your account. This one is free is a free feature for those who are logging in. There is a certain animation here. This one here. The other side, it is free if you just log in. You can try it out if you have just logged in. But on an application, it is paid. So I will not be in position to use it, but I will drag and place it there. But I can't use it in this part. Oh, it is not paid. Yeah. So I can drag it there and try to show some sense of people liking this video. Throughout the session, you have been getting reactions from the audience as you were recording. So from there, we can now add the text in this, whereby that is under elements, you drag and drop. Then you add the text. I can say digital marketing session. Digital marketing session. And I adjust the size to make sure it fits my page. Place it there. give it a